Of all the regions in the Promised Land, this may be my favorite. This is the region that was assigned to Joseph's two sons, Manasseh and Ephraim, and in the New Testament is known as Samaria. As you can see, it is a good land for lots of reasons. The agriculture here is so rich that you can grow more than your family can consume, and then you can sell that excess to market. And how do you get to market? Well, this terrain opens just enough to allow passageways for goods to pass to international markets. And what about security? Well, the terrain around us rises and falls dramatically enough to prevent invasion. This really is the good land. And I would expect great stories to come from this good land. But the reality is, the good land produces some pretty bad stories. I'm talking about stories of Hophni and Phinehas and Ahab and Jezebel. The Israelites persisted in all the sins of Jeroboam and did not turn away from them until the Lord removed them from his presence, as he had warned through all his servants the prophets. And so the people of Israel were taken from their homeland into exile in Assyria, and they are still there. The good land produced some really bad stories. How is it possible that people who were so blessed ended up in these very, very bad, catastrophic stories? I think it's because the gifts rose to block their view of the giver. And when you lose sight of the giver, the good land goes bad. And that's a cautionary tale for each and every one of us, because the Lord pours good gifts into our lives. The gifts of family, the gifts of food, the gifts of a place to live and good health. These are all part of the good things that God has given us to enjoy. But what happens if those good gifts rise to block our view of the giver? Well, when that happens, our good stories can go bad as well.